What's going on, members of the Burger Empire? Brian here for BodyByBurgers. Today, I know I have a ton of things to address with you guys. That's why I'm filming in my truck. I'm on my way to attempt the gym. Keyword on that is attempt. But I'll get to that in a little bit. Today's video, I'm going to try and cover a lot of information in a very short time. Catch you guys up on what's going on. A couple of great things happened to me recently, and then one really not so great thing at all. So I know I said that I would try my best to try and get you guys 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That hasn't happened. I apologize if this video turns out pretty good, considering I'm filming it in my truck on my cell phone while I'm driving. This might be something more of the norm, just because really when I get home, I'm really just either exhausted and I don't have the energy to do it, or I simply don't have the time. So let's rewind. There's a good chance this video is going to stay pretty uncut. Let's rewind way back to June 11th. June 11th is kind of a historic moment for everybody in the Burger Empire, even though only really 3 people were there. But let's just say I'm not a good golfer by any means, nor am I an average golfer. In fact, I'm a pretty shitty golfer. If you ask the people that I regularly go golfing with, they have no rhyme or reason or understanding as to how I golf, because literally I don't even line up square to the ball. I don't even have my club face flat against the ball. I'm kind of all over the map. And excuse guys, I'm going to be drinking an energy drink as I go, because we'll get to the reason why it's only an energy drink and not pre-workout. But again, this is something that they were like, we have no idea what's going on. So we decided that we're gonna go golfing. We hit a bucket of balls beforehand, and we're just on a par 3 course. But we had to up that par 3 course, and needless to say, when it comes to the first 9 holes, I was bad, really bad. So whatever, we have nothing but time on our hands, and we decide, you know what, we're having a good time anyway. Let's hit up the back 9. Hit up the back 9, hit up number 10. I do okay. And then number 11 comes around. The week beforehand, we had been golfing, and by some fluke, by some miracle, by some act of God, I'm thinking, I got a chip-in birdie on this hole. Right? So I line up, get the tee shot ready to go. I look at my buddy, Hebrew Hulk, who, if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, go check it out. It's got some good stuff on there. He is, let's just say, further along in his fitness career, than I am, and he's accomplished a lot more than I have. But go check him out anyway. He's got some good info on there. I look at him and I said, last week I chipped in birdie in this hole. You seen it? There's no way I'm going to do better. Keep in mind, it's a par 3. So I line up. I got this club that everybody I go golfing with absolutely hates. They call it the Burger Basher. Appropriate, right? So I line up and I hit the ball, and it's in the air and it's straight, and we're all looking at this like, that might go in. No, it's not going to go in. It rolled past. Did it roll past? Holy fuck, it's in the hole. I shit you not. I legitimately got a hole in 1, and that is something that I literally never thought that I would achieve in my life. I've got a picture of the certificate. I'll paste it over this video real quick, just so you guys see the proof that I'm not making this shit up. And my buddy, Hebrew Hulk, was actually the witness for the clubhouse to prove that I got this hole in 1. So, now that that's out of the way, we're going to get to the ugly, the not so good, the things that have me quite concerned, and the reasons why I can only attempt the gym or some sort of exercise. It's a lot of the reason why I haven't had a lot of energy or time or effort, I guess, towards this YouTube channel, and I guess I've been trying everything I can, and June 12th is actually when my medical issues started, and I should say again, because it's the same medical issue that I've had back when I made the video, the moment that I thought it was all over, and that was back in October. And when this issue very first arose, it was on my birthday, and it's happened a few times since. And on the fourth time, which was on June 12th, that's when I decided that I should finally make the phone call to my doctor and make an appointment to figure out what's wrong with me. And I gotta thank really my gym partner in forcing my hand to do so, because it's an embarrassing issue, really. And for those of you that don't know, the issue that I've had back in October and that I'm currently dealing with is the fact that I have blood in my stool, and not a little amount. It's a fairly large amount. So the issue happened on the 12th. I phoned my doctor on the 13th, who I found out actually really wasn't my doctor. I didn't really have a family doctor. And once he heard that the issue that I was having was blood in my stool, he literally got me in to his office that next day. So I went into his office, and he asked me a series of questions. They're going to be testing me for a bunch of stuff, and they've already tested me for stuff. But he asked me a lot of family history questions, of course, if there's any sort of history with bowel cancer, if there's any history of, just intestinal cancer, things like that. And, of course, when he starts off by saying that C word, the cancer word, it puts a bit of a panic in me right away. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Like, there's been cancer in my family, but I believe it's only been like breast cancer, lung cancer, and stuff like that. So yeah, it put a bit of a panic into me. And then he asked me, he's like, do you have diabetes? Well, no, not that I know of. Do you have Crohn's? No, not that I know of. Do you have colitis? No, not that I know of. And he started listing off a bunch of things, and I repeatedly said no to them because I don't know if I do have them. So he gets all that information from me, and then he looks at me and he goes, so I'd like to administer 2 tests today. I said, all right, cool. He goes, first one, an abdominal test. It's pretty easy. Just feel around the outside of your stomach, make sure everything feels normal. The next one is a rectal test. Have you ever had a rectal test? I looked at him and I said, no. He goes, do you know what it is? Oh, yes, I know what a rectal test is. Are you prepared to do that today? And I said, you know what? Whatever we got to do to figure out what's going on with my issue, so be it. So we did the abdominal test, normal. Rectal test, normal. He goes, okay, I'll give you a second to get back dressed, then I'll come in and I'll talk to you. So I get back dressed, he comes in and talks to me, and he's like, the 2 tests came back normal. So I still have no idea what's wrong with you. And then he started asking me a little bit about my physical activity levels. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I enjoy golfing, and I go to the gym regularly, and I lift some heavy weights, I do some cardio, I do swimming once in a while. I've been doing what I can to lose weight. And he goes, okay, that's great. But, I was like, there's always a but. So, right now, unfortunately, at this point, I can't really do much for working out, because the but that he had given me was basically advising me to not work out. And he ended up actually sending me for blood work, because that's, again, something we gotta test out. And a week, not even a week actually before, or not even a week before the timeline had elapsed from when I had my initial test and taken my blood, I got a phone call from a specialist, and I have an appointment on August 8th to see the specialist about my issue. He's going to see exactly or book me in for what's wrong in my gym partner. She's a nurse, and she's fully anticipating that I have to go for a colonoscopy. So that's going to be fun. And it's nerve-wracking and it's scary, and I really don't know what to think, but unfortunately I got to do my best on, life. And honestly, when this news hit me, or when the issue happened and I went to the doctor and he said that I really can't work out or stress the body anymore until we know what's wrong, then I don't know, this last couple weeks here, 3 weeks, whatever we're going on, honestly, I kind of gave up and I threw in the towel, and I thought, this is it. It's like, what's the point? And I realized there's really, I read into it a lot, and part of me is like, oh my God, you're dying, they don't know what's wrong with you, and the unknown part of it has kind of put a ton of stress on me. And even there was a point where I was at work and I ran my hands through my hair and I pulled out clumps of hair, and that's how stressed I was about it. But right now there's nothing I can actually do. I've taken the proper steps. I've probably waited too long. It's Buddy that actually sold my truck there. Probably waited too long to go to the doctor for this, and I heard about that. But now it's in the right hands. There's nothing I can do. It's out of my control, and all we can really do at this point is hope and pray and cross our fingers that it isn't something serious, that it's not the inevitable C word, and it's something that can be dealt with and taken care of. I guess they have no idea what's wrong with me, simply because every time that I experience a problem, I have no pain. And unfortunately, when that time had hit and I kind of felt honestly hopeless, and I'd given up, I started eating like shit again, when really that's not at all what anybody should be doing. But that's how I felt, and I started eating like shit again, and fast food and junk food became a vice. I've actually gained a decent amount of weight back in this 2 weeks. I've gained about 10 pounds back in this 2 weeks. And really, when I stepped on the scale, I thought to myself, no, this isn't the end. It can't be the end. I worked too hard to get to where I was, and literally it's just going to come down to me being accountable to myself when it comes to meals, meal prep, and for when it comes to exercising. Literally, I have to evaluate myself on a day-to-day basis, how I feel, how I slept. And that's another thing, sleep, because I'm so stressed, I can't sleep all that well. But the unfortunate part is the stress really doesn't help the health issues either. So I'm in this really weird point in my life where I actually don't know what's going on. I would love to be able to work my ass off in the gym and lift heavy weights, but I can't even do that. All I can really get done in the gym is light cardio, and by light cardio I mean a treadmill with like very little incline, and we're roughly doing a speed of 2.5. And I've been experiencing lately a lot of anxiety and panic attacks, for the 2 times that I've even tried to step foot in the gym. And when I do, it's all straight downhill. It's not a slow downhill path. Like, I spent, I think, 8 minutes on a bike once, and all of a sudden my heart rate hit 120, and then I started to think to myself, well, fuck, is 120 too high? And then once I started thinking, oh, fuck, 120 is too high, that's where it went downhill. And this panic attack has, I swear to God, I have never experienced anything like this in my life. I started shaking and quivering and didn't know what to do with my life. So, I drove home and ate more junk food and cranked on the AC in the house, and that's what we did. And that seemed to work. But I'm feeling a little bit better mentally about things, that I've taken the right steps to get where I need to go. And now, unfortunately, we just play a waiting game until we know what's wrong with me. So literally right now, the plan for myself is to really watch my diet, stick to a reasonably strict diet where I'm not eating junk food. I have my meals prepped and my meals planned, and then that way I have no reason to differ or stray from my diet, and then do as much exercise as I can. The unfortunate part is like, because I'm so stressed and I'm not sleeping well, about an hour and a half into my day, sometimes I'm ready to go back to bed, and I'm having constant naps, and it's all just weird. But we'll get through it. I promise you guys. This isn't the end of Body by Burgers, and just because maybe I can't talk about my fitness or my workouts that I've been doing, I'll try and come up with some sort of entertaining videos for you guys, and try and put them out and put in a solid effort. But that's the video. I just pulled up to the gym. This video's gone on too long, and if it goes on any longer, I'm just going to feel depressed about myself, and that's the last thing I want. So thank you for watching, guys. If there's a moral to this story, I will just say, don't be afraid to go to your doctor like I have. It's probably just going to cause more issues if you wait any longer. So again, if you've made it to the end of this video, please like the video. Comment in the comment section below the word health. If you've commented the word health, then I know you've made it to the end of the video. And until next time, everybody, burger power.